Big Boy's Neighborhood, beautiful day in the neighborhood, ladies and gentlemen, back in the neighborhood because this man always checks in with us.
Yep.
Ice Cube is in the neighborhood for the big interview. Welcome back to the neighborhood, Cube.
Hey, man, thanks for having me.
Man, my pleasure. Busiest man in show business. And not
I'm
even
moving.
show business, just the busiest man.
I do a lot of stuff.
Hey, man, so what's going down with Big 3? Of course, landed on CBS this go around.
Yeah, that's been big for us, I mean, it sucks that DirecTV is, it's off of DirecTV and all this stuff. But for the most part, it's been great. CBS has they showed us a lot of love.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? And the season is picking up.
Man,
We're down the last 2 weeks of the season.
is it harder to get players now, or they see now like, oh no, we got to show up?
Well, the league speaks for itself.
Yeah,
right
hell
now.
yeah.
I don't have.
But you
to,
established that early.
I don't have to call around as much, and kind of evangelize the league. And,
man,
be
this is
like,
what
yo,
it's going to
man,
be.
But people know, and sometimes that scare people away because this ain't no like celebrity game.
Yeah, man.
This ain't no pickup.
Yeah.
This real professional basketball. So you got to be ready to train for that. You got to be ready to go back into time and get yourself ready for that.
Because people are running in the Big 3 too, bro.
Yeah, and guys are coming. Some guys play in Europe and overseas, China. So they come off those courts and come right on the Big 3 courts. So they ready.
Hey, man, we recently had Lamar Odom. And Lamar Odom, when he was in the neighborhood Cube, he was talking about how he was going to Big 3.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to Lamar, but I felt he wasn't ready. And he even said at one point, he was like, he got to train a little bit more, and he was saying like his coordination with his left hand and whatever he was going through. I just felt like he wasn't physically and mentally ready at that time.
He wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
We gave him a shot. Lamar didn't have to try out because he was handpicked by Gilbert Arenas. See, the way our captains work, once we choose a captain, they handpick 2 of the players they want to play with. You know what I'm saying? So he handpicked Gilbert Arenas. He handpicked Lamar Odom. So he didn't have to try out. So we didn't really know what he looked like until game 1. At least the league didn't.
When you saw that he was picked, did you have any reservations, or were you like, okay, let me just have an open mind?
Well, I heard he had played overseas, so I had an open mind that he was going to be able to play. We wanted to give him a chance.
Yeah.
And he just wasn't able to perform at that level. But that's just this year, if he get himself, in shape and get ready, he can come back and try next year to see, because it is a level of play, It's not easy.
Yeah,
it's hard.
And you're definitely not coming just saying, oh, I'm going to walk through this,
Everybody think they're going to walk on, everybody I hear from that joined the league think they're going to just come out there and get buckets. And realize very quick it ain't that easy. And
I remember Al Harrington, and Al did his thing.
Yes.
He was like big. He was like, no, this is hard.
Yeah,
and he
man.
even went in and he lost weight during the season, but they playing for real. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, it's not light.
No, because it's a lot of legacy on the line, a lot of pride. And, the money they get depends on where they place. So, you got all that coming at you.
And this is a lot of, been there, done that too. Like, and they've been competitive. So,
Yeah.
And you can mess up or tarnish a legacy real quick. From what you did yesterday could be erased from what you're doing because of something you're doing today.
Without a doubt. So,
Yeah, man.
And they know that. And they don't want to lose to each other because they got to see each other. It's like you can't get away from this dude. He beat me week 2 and he telling me it's week 7. I'm still here.
And it's trash talking and everything too.
Just all that. So you don't want to lose. And so, we've done everything we can to incentivize winning.
Have you talked with Lamar since you guys had to let him go from the Big 3?
No, we haven't spoke.
I heard that because you grinding too, and he in love. He got.
He's doing his thing. I'm doing my thing.
VH1.
Yes.
Hip Hop Squares. Season 3. Come on, man.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. So what did we get out of season 3?
More craziness. You got all these dudes who I don't know what they be doing backstage.
Right here.
Man. They be hitting that yak. You know,
does it feel like
I don't
a
know if
party
they're
on
doing
set?
That's all it is. I
Yeah.
mean, we trying to get a game show in there somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man, if we could just film this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, we fight to get the game show on with, you know, like D-Ray does a great job just trying to move everything along. Because if not, things can go left quick. You know, we could spend
And you dealing with a lot of talent right there too.
Yep, and all of them loose.
Yeah.
And want to, you know, have fun and, you know, want to shine. And it's just a great setup.
What
you know?
made Ice Cube pick up a Hip Hop Squares? You know, because we grow up in our lifetime, we would see a Hollywood Squares. How did that come about?
I heard they wanted to reboot the project, and we have been talking to VH1. We've been doing a lot of cool things with them. You know, they did when we did the Barbershop movie. They did this great thing in Chicago. You know, Stop the Violence special, and so, you know, we was looking for projects to do together, and they was like, "Hey, we got this, you know, reboot."
Was it Hip Hop Squares or was it?
It was Hip Hop Squares.
Okay.
It's actually been called Hip Hop Squares twice.
Okay.
It just didn't work the first 2 times.
Damn.
And I said, okay, we got to put the whoop on it and it'll work. You know, here's what we got to do to it. And me, my partner Jeff Quanis, just kind of went in there and you know, polished it up a little bit and said, here's what it need to be. And they listened, and so the show, you know, is what you see. It's like, it's fun.
Who's on season number 3?
Oh man, it's a list of people, you know, from Nene Leakes to the, you know, we got the usual suspects like DC Young Fly.
Yes, sir. Is Michael Blackson back?
Blackson, I think he back for a few.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, and of course T.I. is, you know, he's definitely, you know.
So you finished with the whole season, Q?
Yeah, the whole
Damn.
season we shot.
You know where I'm going, right?
Yeah.
Where am I going,
Where
Q?
everybody go?
Yeah. Where was I at? Yeah,
you
exactly, Q.
What you mean?
What you mean?
we sat down and we weren't gonna get through another season without me being on Hip Hop Squares. I turn it on. I look. I'm like, man, I could have been on there.
It's true, man. You should.
Yeah.
be.
Oh wow.
Wow, here he goes.
You should
Hold on.
be
Let
on
me
there.
just hear this real quick. Hold on.
I think you need
I don't think you feeling a lot of the ideas
I'm
that I'm
feeling
throwing
it,
at you.
you know?
Why haven't I been on Hip Hop Squares yet? You black bastard.
tell me.
I'm sorry. I'm calling you black bastard.
Yeah, you
Sorry
did
about
call
that.
me Black
Yeah,
Bastard.
I'm-
That's why you ain't been on Hip Hop.
And please
Are
don't
you
write
getting
no,
him mad?
no diss record
Right?
on me,
Yeah,
please.
man. No Vaseline too.
Oh, okay. You know what? Ready to do
I
it
thought
too.
I
had a
huh?
clip of you saying that I was going to be on
Yeah,
there.
nah, you
It's
gotta quit
obvious you
calling me a
didn't.
black bastard.
Yes.
That's
Hey
what
man,
the clip is.
for real, I really thought that I had a clip of you saying that I was going to be on there, but I guess in my head, Q, it really existed. I even hit my production guy. I was like, "Hey man, get me that clip when Q said I was going to be on there."
Yeah.
And I guess the clip don't exist. Yeah,
You should be on the show.
All right, well, take that as the clip now. All
Yeah,
right,
this is the new clip.
right. And
Season
the audience
4,
ain't in the
though.
square though. I want to be in the square. I don't want to just
No,
come down
you
and
need
hang
to
out.
be in the square.
There it is, right there, man. There it is. All
VH1.
right. Yeah.
Don't do Big Boy like that next year.
Oh,
now
you
you're gonna put it on
you put it on
VH1.
VH1.
Look at him.
Yeah, all
your
the people over there. Yeah.
Oh,
VH1.
yeah.
Do my boy
Because
like
it's
that.
obvious don't do big like that again.
do my boy
Because it's
like that.
obvious that you're not a decision maker over there. You
don't
know,
call
you
shots.
don't have your hands in none of the multiple
I make-
businesses
I
that
make-
you have.
I actually make a lot of decisions.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I know you do. Let's get all the regular questions out the way. Next Friday,
Yes.
there's gonna be another Friday movie.
Of course.
Okay, cool. We got that out the way.
Perfect. Last Friday.
Any other questions that when people are like, why y'all didn't ask this? The same old questions all the
The
time.
next Friday one
Yeah,
was-
is there gonna be a Dr. Dre detox?
I think so.
Okay, he thinks so. All righty now. Does Cube love acting more than music?
No.
Okay, that's been asked before. People always ask us, what's behind, what's under Cube's baseball hat?
Hair.
There it is. All righty, so y'all stick around, y'all radios. We got those
Yeah.
questions out the way. Big Boy's
Big
Neighborhood.
boy. Okay, we've got a new season coming up. Well, a little while away. Lakers, Clippers,
Oh, man.
teams have been switching up, changing up. What are your predictions for the next NBA season?
Lakers all the way.
That's
Go
Yeah.
ahead now.
Yeah, man, we ain't worried about the Dippers.
Oh man, now
Let 'em
Dipper
know.
Darrell gonna be up here.
Dipper Darrell.
Dipper
What
Darrell
did you
gonna
think
be
of
up here.
Kawhi
No
coming
chip.
to LA?
Yeah.
What did you think of Kawhi coming to LA?
I yawned about it.
Yeah.
Damn, Cube.
Yeah.
Tell me how you really felt.
Hey man, is there any time when you try to say an answer that's like politically correct when we come
For
in?
what?
I don't know, bro.
I'm not political.
Really, you're not
I'm always correct.
Yeah, you're correct. Hello. So when you thought that he was coming to LA, were you hoping Lakers, or you wasn't even tripping where he landed? Kawhi.
Of course, we was hoping Lakers.
Right.
I mean, why not just have the best team in the world ever?
That you can have. Yeah.
But I'm always nervous when the Lakers get 2 stars. Okay, we got Karl Malone, we got Gary Payton same year. Didn't work out.
Right.
Got Steve Nash, we got Dwight Howard same year. Didn't work out. So I'm glad we got LeBron just by itself. Now we bring in AD.
Yeah.
Lock onto that. Let's play this year with that. And then if we need another piece, but bringing them both at the same time, same year, no. I'm
What
happy
about
that didn't happen.
When we, the last few seasons, we were saying Warriors and who's going to be with the Warriors? Do you feel like the climate has changed now that there's been so much movement, Cube, in the NBA?
Yeah, it has. It's up for grabs. It's up for grabs, straight up. I mean, nobody thought the Raptors was going to win.
I know, man.
Drake did.
Everybody thought it was, Warriors all the way. But then that happened. So, nobody is a lock.
Right.
That's what you got to know.
Especially going in next, too.
As you can see, I was telling my son this the whole season, an injury could turn this around.
Yeah.
An injury could always make a sure shot into no shot. I remember when the Lakers went in '89 to the finals. We was running through everybody. Got to the finals, and Kareem and Magic was hurt.
Damn.
Got swept. So a sure shot sometimes is no shot.
Lakers sports almanac.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Hey, Q, when you go to a Lakers game, right, can you watch the game, or are we constantly harassing you? And maybe not harassing, because I know you're good with your fans.
I sit in my suite. So
yeah, is that why you got the suite?
That's why.
Oh.
So I could just yell. I could just be a fan. I ain't got to worry about being like on TV.
Right. And what about now, Cube? Everybody want to record. You know what I'm saying? Just you and your natural element. How do you feel about having to instantly turn it on?
I mean, I'm always myself, but it do suck when you look up and somebody recording you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just a violation.
It's
like somebody's trying to steal your life. So that don't feel good for anybody when you look around and it's a camera pointed at you.
What about when people say
it
comes with being famous?
That's what you signed up for.
That's what you signed up for.
Yeah, and I signed up to, tell you go fuck yourself too. You know what I mean? And that comes with being famous too. You know what I mean?
Pretty much. Straight up.
Hell yeah. And it's crazy, man, because I remember, and Q, and not just Q, but just anyone. People like, I bought a CD. And I'd be like, well, that's all they owed you was the music.
Yeah, you got what you paid for.
That's like if I go to your job and I buy either a sink, then what do I get a chance to follow you home and see what your sink look like?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Like
man,
come
take a picture with my sink.
What's the best part of being Ice Cube? Then I got to follow it with what's the worst?
Just the respect I get from everybody.
Yeah, man.
That's probably the best part.
And what is the so-called worst, if there is? It's been a blessing on all levels. I guess just not being an anonymous person to be able to do whatever, you know what I mean? Right. Like without nobody looking at you. Hey, Q, and I know this may sound crazy, but can you just go into a restroom if you have to take a shit and and not worry about like, damn, Q, fuck this up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I plan to fuck it up. You got to be epic. What you talking about? Yeah.
I love when people are like, man, it smell like shit in here. I be like, man, it's the bathroom, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's meant for.
If we were in my car and it smelled like this, then it should be a situation. But do you take those thoughts into the restroom with you, or
big?
Yeah, I don't know.
Man.
Yeah.
What next question?
No, and let me tell you why I'm asking, bro.
Yeah.
Because since I've had my gastric bypass, right? Things just smell a little different.
Yeah.
And it's been times when I walked out and people look at me like, damn, big. Like, I had the 9 and the 1 already dialed on me. I was about to call that last one.
Yeah.
I get looks. So I'm just wondering if I saw you walk out, I'd be like, damn, Q.
Buddha.
Yeah.
I don't care about nobody looks. Which they going in there to take a shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, they on their way in there to do something.
Q, we've done a lot of stuff together, man. All these interviews in our career, bro.
Yeah.
Can we go down to our restroom and take a shit together?
No.
All right, but y'all stick around. Y'all radio's Big Boy's Neighborhood.
We recently lost an iconic John Singleton, and you were extremely close to him. Do you remember the first time you met?
Yeah. I met him. He was an intern at the Arsenio Hall show.
Damn.
And I was there, and I wanted to talk to Arsenio about having Eazy-E and NWA on the show because he had Luke and the 2 Live crew on, but he wouldn't have us on. I was like, man, wait a minute. Shit dirtier than ours.
Right.
So I was up there, I was in my feelings. And this dude come up to me and be like, you Ice Cube. Now, this is before everybody knew me. I was just a member of NWA, so to speak. So he was like, man, you Ice Cube. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, man, I got a movie you're going to be perfect for.
Wow.
Damn, as the intern for Arsenio Hall.
For Arsenio Hall. And I'm looking at him like, what? And he's like, yeah, man, you're going to be perfect, Like, I'm a junior at USC, but when I graduate, man, I'm going to do this movie. I'm going to put you in it. I'm looking at him like, dude, watch out.
Yeah.
Move.
I'm trying to get to
I got things to do here.
Yeah. You talking crazy. I'm not even an actor, man. What are you talking about? I thought like I was totally unqualified for that. And then I seen him again. We was going to see Farrakhan at the Bonaventure.
Yes, sir.
And this little dude walk up to me again, like, remember me? I'm like, yeah, I remember you.
Because you remember because that crazy ass thing he said. Like, I remember you, man.
Yeah. And then some more time passed. I seen him after I broke up with NWA. I seen him again at a Public Enemy concert at the Palace. So he talked my ear off, to the point where, because I was leaving and he ran up. So I'm in the parking lot. He telling me, talking to me, and he was cool. We talking, and his ride left him.
Oh
no.
Yeah, and he asked.
No,
Yes, he did.
man, no, bro.
Can I get a ride?
Oh, no.
Can you give me a ride to my dorm? Wow. I'm like, how did this happen to me? How am I stuck with you, dude?
You can't call Arsenio?
Yeah, I mean, like, parking lot empty.
Yeah. No Uber that you could be like back then, like, hey, man,
ain't
I put you in
nobody
Uber.
Ubering
You
back
were
in
Uber at that point.
1990. So I get a little dude to ride home. He talking my ear off. And
Now, Q, are you physically like driving or he
I'm
jumping
driving.
in? Oh.
I'm driving him
So he telling you turn here.
out the way to USC.
Okay.
So, and he like, man, I'm gonna put you in this movie, man. I'm a senior now. I'm a senior.
Wow.
But you perfect for it. And he actually wanted to put all NWA in the movie, right? So I'm like, okay, man. Whatever.
Yeah, all right.
So I definitely don't want to be in a movie with them now.
Right? Yeah, just after you left.
So some more time passed, and my manager come to me, Pat Charbonnet.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, somebody want to put you in a movie.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, what? I forget all about John.
Right, yeah.
Like, yeah, somebody want to put you in a movie. She give me the script and give me the sides. Sides are just the lines you're going to read for the day.
Yeah.
That you audition with. Okay. I threw the script in my back seat, folded the sides up, put it in my back pocket. For 4 days, I didn't look at nothing. I pulled up to the audition. I pulled it out, finally, and read it. And then went upstairs thinking I'm going to see, a bunch of white people that don't know what the hell they doing because they want to put me in the movie.
Yeah.
I walk in, and it's John.
Oh, Lord.
In the
this is
production
great.
office.
He said, I got you.
He said, remember me? I told you.
That is
so
great.
awesome.
I'm like, damn. Yeah. Oh, okay, this is real.
Damn.
So now I realize, oh shit, this is real, and I ain't prepared I'm not prepared
You ain't looked
at all.
at the script, the
I
sides.
ain't looked at. I just read the sides. So he pulled me in this room, and we got all these producers and everybody watching, and we auditioning, and I'm like, I suck. I'm terrible. I'm reading the lines. I don't know the flow, the flavor of the character. I don't know nothing. And he just kicked everybody out. He's like, everybody get out. He said, Q, did you read my script? Oh. I'm like, nah, man. Yeah. I threw that shit in my back seat. He said, because this was terrible. he said, look, man, I'm going to give you one more shot.
Go home, one more shot.
Go home, read my script at least, and then come back and let's do another audition. And we'll see. So when I went home and read it, I finally got it. I'm like, oh damn, this is how we grew up. This is like, I'm looking at Kim. I'm like, is this movie worthy? Kim, I mean,
yeah, like is this
how
for
we
real?
grew up? Is that worth a movie? Like, yeah, they want to do it. Columbia Pictures. Okay. So I go back up there and I kill it. You know, I know Dope Boy, like, up and down. Like, and so I get the part. He happy. He like, man, I got you. And that's how I met John Singleton.
That's hey man, that is a
great story.
Thank you for sharing.
That's how I went down.
Hey man, but walking in, seeing him, gotta be like, oh man. The first time would have been like, hey man, you owe me $15 a gas. You know what I'm saying? Got me rolling over. That is a amazing story, bro. Yeah. And there was so much more history.
Right.
You know, that's the introduction. But even with John telling you that you can write scripts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like just that push. Like, no, that's in you, man. If you could write raps.
He helped me. I mean, when he told me that, I was in Baldwin Hills at his house, and he was like, he just looked at me. He was like, so when you gonna write a script? I'm sitting there like, man, I'm just shooting a movie. How, you know, like, I'm off balance. What are you talking about? He's like, dude, you can write a rap like that? Them songs you write? You can write a script. So that day when I left his house, I went, picked up my wife. Well, she wasn't my wife then. We were still just dating. And,
you got a beat from Kim, huh?
Yeah. And so we went down to computer store, bought a computer, bought like a script writing, and just start writing.
Wow.
And he was helping me. First script was terrible. Second script was better. And the third script was Friday. So
damn.
It just got better.
Why do you think John Singleton took that time too? You know what I'm saying? And we got to think, when we see John Singleton, there's a lot of first actors in there. A lot of people were able to say, man, no, that was my first role.
Your career started from there.
And then we saw a lot of so-called resurrection. He really took care of us and with the right scripts and the right production and the right pushes. And it sounds so genius now. When him following around Ice Cube, I'm around those days, not with you, but I got an idea which Ice Cube he's talking about. Yeah. This is Ice Cube that we don't see none of what's coming for Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We don't see the layers of Doughboy. We don't see, any movie after that. So he saw something in you that possibly, Cube, you didn't even see in yourself.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, he was just, this is why he was a master filmmaker. You know, he could absorb who we are and be able to present it, and be authentic. And that's what he was obsessed with doing. Like, our experiences, our true essence. He was just trying to get up on the screen and not just our face.
Hey, dude, you could watch Boys in the Hood now. And that was the first time I really saw gentrification.
Yep.
Yes.
Explained to me.
Yep.
And you could look at that movie this many years later and now look at the city and the landscape and be like, wow.
He was so ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Like, it happened.
Yeah. It was happening back then.
Yeah.
And it was hard to imagine, what it was going to take for it to kick in full speed, but it's always after a riot. Here it come.
Yeah. Where were you at when you found out that he had a stroke and he passed?
Well, I found out that he was in the hospital, and I went to go see him. You know, Tyrese is a good dude. Tyrese is, you know, he's one of those keeper of the flames type dudes, Tyrese, because he was contacting everybody and making sure everybody knew who to contact and knew who to speak to. So, you know, he was kind of keeping me up on it, because you hear that, you don't believe it, you know, because everything was was kept on the quiet tip for so long. And so, you know, being able to go up there and spend some time with him, talk to him, and just let him know that I loved him and I was here with him, and that, you know, I wanted him to just, you know, if he could hear me, you know that I was right there with him. You know, you just cherish that moment, you know what I'm saying, that you was able to be able to say something, you know, at that point in time. But it's just sad, man. You just never think, you know, your guy is gonna go down so soon, you know. Thought we was just gonna be old dudes together,
Yeah, man.
you know, talking about movies.
Get all the gray hair, you know what I'm saying?
You know.
I remembers.
But he took me to Cannes Film Festival with Boys in the Hood. Like,
damn,
that movie took
First
me.
film.
I wouldn't be in the game without John. So, you know, he's my mentor.
Beautiful words. Cube, you got your star, what, 2017? Do you
I
think?
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Snoop just got his.
Yeah.
2019. I want to thank me. Dre doesn't have his star yet.
Why not?
I don't know. We probably, but I'm not gonna even worry about Dre's. He worry about yours on your own,
his
Dre.
own time.
He'll get his. Who's next in line? You think that deserves a star? Hollywood Walk of Fame. Like, and I'm talking about like over 25 years of radio. Press play on a lot of y'all records. You know what I'm saying?
Voice of LA.
Voice of Los Angeles.
Iconic.
You know what I'm saying? Like, in the neighborhood kind of thing.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Right in
you know
front
what I'm
of
saying?
you.
Like, yeah, right in front of you. Who would be next to get a star, you feel?
I think Big Boy need a damn star.
That's
man.
right.
Now that I think about it,
I wasn't even thinking about
now that I think about it,
You know I ain't Hollywood like that. Man.
you know, the only name flashed across my mind for
Yeah,
some
man.
reason is Big Boy.
Big Boy, yeah,
Hey,
man.
man.
But
Yeah.
not like
We're
Big
with
Boy,
you.
like with Andre and not
No,
okay.
not with
like
an
me.
I.
BIGBOY.
Yeah, with
Hey
a Y.
man, yeah. I you know what? I wasn't even
Why?
thinking
Because
about.
we like you.
Thank you. You don't want to say we love you. You don't want to keep it real with the Mickey Mouse Club, but I take that. Why? Because we like you. And I think it's time, man.
I
You know
think
what
it's
I'm
time
saying?
too.
Yeah, man. So I'm gonna need you, Jose. You got that? Yeah, because they sent me one, but you got to pay for it and everything, so it's gonna cost like around 40 racks.
Oh, man.
So I need Q Vision to sponsor
You
that.
can pitch
Brother-
in, right?
Brother Ron, I appreciate that. Not pitch in. What you mean? I
Now,
wouldn't even pay
we'll
for
put
it.
an ad in the
program?
program. We'll pay for that ad.
Hey, Cube, now,
The
and I
program.
know that's not what you do it for, and we had a conversation about that, but we've been walking down those streets our whole lifetime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You've had movie premieres, whatever it may be. How crazy was it for you to get that starred on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
Just something you'd never imagine. You know, it's like when we was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of
Yeah,
Fame. It's
man.
like you don't picture that. You just picture, you know, people either liking your stuff or not. You know, people either supporting what you put out or not. And then, you know, it accumulates to a point where you like, damn, you know, you feel like, wow, I'm in that space now. So it's just another milestone, you know, in my career, another thing that I can say, you know, that I've reached the heights.
And y'all did it y'all way, bro.
Yeah, which is great.
They came to you guys. Like,
Yeah.
Snoop was Snoop up there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And all
Yes, he
through
was.
Snoop career. And Snoop always been, that's us. You know, if it's Snoop Lion, if it's the gospel album, that's us. Certain ways that we feel certain days. But Snoop got that star as Snoop.
Yes.
When you got your star, you got your star as Ice Cube.
Yep.
And you came looking like Ice Cube, talking like Ice Cube, being Ice Cube. And I think that's why y'all had record numbers that showed up out on that street too, bro.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to always be ourselves. You know, I think that's the lesson in all this is, like, if you can't be yourself and do it, why do it?
And Cube, I can watch you with on what is it? How do I get there? How do we? What's the movie?
Are we there yet?
Are we there yet?
Yeah.
I can watch a How We There Yet and see how we're there yet. Are we there yet? And then I can see Cube do like his verse in "Fuck the Police." And it's the same, you know what I'm saying? Like it's I see the same person. Of course, when you're acting, you're acting. But I've never seen you where it's like, oh, okay, this
switching it up.
Yeah, he just switching it up so much. It's always been Cube.
Yeah, I think. I think that gives me the edge. You know, in a lot of ways. You know, I dig. You know, movie stars who shape the character around them, and not always. You know, you got these great character actors who can morph into anybody. But then you have the James Cagneys of the world and the Bogarts and the dudes who bent everything their way instead of them bending the Hollywood way. So, you know, I always try to bring the flavor to the movie because I think it's what people like.
What did you do for your birthday this year? Did you do any special celebrating? You just
Nothing.
I made sure I didn't do nothing.
I heard
you
that.
Because I turned 49 next year. You know what I mean? And then 48 the year after that, and then 47 the year. So, you know what I mean? So I just went up, touched the bell. And now
coming back down.
The other way.
Easy call. Get your Benjamin Button on. At some point, you're gonna be in a diaper. Like,
I'm in a diaper. You know,
man.
Yeah, so
what do you do to relax, Cube? Because there's a lot of hard work. What do you do?
Man, just chill out with me and my wife. Man.
I heard
just
that.
Kick it, you know.
When we see you and Queen Kim, that's like real love, black
beautiful,
excellence,
man.
Just excellence. You know what I'm saying? How great is it, and what does it mean to have such a strong queen too? Because we don't celebrate that enough.
I wouldn't be who I am without her. You know, straight up. She, you know, we made a commitment to do this life together. So, you know, I'm glad that I got her.
Does she read people well?
Yeah,
Cube?
man.
Because my wife too, and she'd tell me early on about somebody.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh, you know, and then it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. She, you know, a good woman's gonna be able to do that. Gonna be able to, you know, sense.
Yeah, man.
Who's right for you and who's wrong for you.
Do you ever have those people where they don't want to talk to her because they know you be like,
they'll
man,
stay
Kim,
away.
you be like, hey, ask Kim. They're like,
Yeah. I mean, you know, I'm pretty sure because, you know, like I said, if you got a good woman, she's always watching. You know what I mean? And she's, you know, just like you protect her, she gonna protect you. And so she gonna be watching when you not. She gonna be looking at people's faces when you turn away. She gonna be reading body language, you know, all that, you know. So if you ain't coming correct, you should be nervous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you come correct, you should be all right.
Hey, Cube, I ask people, how do you tell people no? Knowing that we got it, and you say, I just say no.
Yes.
But knowing like, okay, people feel like you could put them in a movie. You could put them on me. You could put me on Hip Hop Squares. You know what I'm saying? You could, I need to get in on Big 3. I need to do a song with you. You know what I'm saying? And you're in charge of a lot of empires. How do you tell people no?
Well, to me, it's not about telling people no. It's about listening to them and seeing, okay, do they actually, could it work? You know what I mean? Could it work? And, you know, hopefully put them in a position where they can, their own talents can take them, you know,
right
up the ladder or not, you know. So my thing is somebody say something like that to me and I'm like, if it can't work, then I'm going to just say, then, you know, that can't happen or it probably ain't going to work. But if it can, then, you know, people think I'm gone. I forget about it. But I'm, you know, if you ask my people, I'll be like, you know what, make sure that we, get him an audition, or make sure that we get his number so he can come try out. Because you never know who's going to be great. And your talent is going to get you the job. I'm not going to give you nothing.
Right.
It's like you either going to be good enough or you're not.
And we saw that with your son O'Shea playing you. He
Yes.
was like, no, I had to audition. I had to study.
It the worst.
I had,
He had it the worst because Coach's son always get it the worst.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Always, because you going to do this right or you ain't going to do it at all. And I'd rather for you to quit than to go up there and flop. And so I was trying to get him to quit.
Damn.
And he was tenacious, and he would not be denied.
I heard that.
So when he got to that point, I'm like,
but yeah,
let him go.
we had O'Shea, we had Junior in the neighborhood, but a lot of that is also from you too. You know what I'm saying? Like he watched you.
He's a
You know
good
what I'm
guy.
saying?
Yeah.
When was the last time you watched Boys in the Hood?
It's been years.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch. It's hard for me to watch my movies.
Why?
I don't know. Past the premiere, I'm like, I'm on to the next.
Damn. It's crazy because that's one of those movies you can pick up from anywhere. You don't have to watch it from the beginning. You can just pick it up from anywhere and sit and really enjoy it. And,
Yeah, it's a great movie. It's just I always like to go to the next movie.
do you do that same thing with recordings, with albums? Of course, there's songs that you gotta know for the catalog to keep. But do you ever go back and listen to something?
Yeah.
And be like, damn.
Yeah. I listened to a few of my records about a week ago. I just went back and listened to Laugh Now, Cry Later, and Raw Footage, and Death Certificate.
Man, I had a conversation with my boy Eric, and he said, man, you know what's my favorite Ice Cube song? And I was like, what? And in my head, I was thinking just his life.
Yes.
But I didn't want to say it until he said it. And he was like, man, the product. And when he said it, and people probably don't know the product, but if you ever listen to that song, he said that song, if you knew my dude Eric, that song not turned him around, but he's totally different from where he was when we were younger to where he is now. And he said, man, that song is my life. You know what I'm saying? And he made it through to be able, because, he was, on some other stuff back in the day. But, you look at it now, that's probably him. Is that Eric calling? But there's songs like that, Q, that it's like you wrote them for us. Or songs that we want to always see you perform. Why is it so important for you to stay on that stage? And not only stay on the stage, Q, your live shows are amazing. You see, I'm in the audience every time you do a live show. I gotta watch it.
I love it. I mean, it's where we started. Like we was begging to get up there. Like I remember going to parties. I didn't want to dance. I wanted to get on the mic. I was like, man, can I please get on that mic? And so we don't take it for granted. And we grew up in an era where people might not have knew your songs. You had to still entertain them. So you got to come up with routines and things that keep people entertained. So, why let that go? You know what I mean? Why stop being the same way you've always approached it? And, so we give it our all.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And we
And
rapping
vocally,
live.
Yeah, man.
And we not taking a day off. You know what I'm saying? And so that's real meaningful. And just, being able to do music is the best part of entertainment to me, because it's the freedom of saying what you feel. When I write a record like The Product, it just, the words just come. Because, it is somebody's story. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth coming out just through this song or through these lyrics. And so, always look for that inspiration to just come straight to my brain. You know what I'm saying? So
Cube, you got a record called Dead Homies, right?
yeah.
And Cube fans will know this record. You know, I've never listened to that song in my life. And I heard pieces of it, but as soon as it would go up early in the morning, dressed in black, because at that time I was losing a lot of homies.
Yeah.
And that was a song to this day, Cube, I can't get through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a heavy song. You know, we lost one of the homies named T-Bone, who had just, he just got out, and he was just in the wrong spot, and they killed him. And I just felt that it ain't T-Bone from the Lynch Mob.
Right.
I just felt that, you know what I mean? Because he was a good dude that didn't deserve that. And it was just happening way too frequently. So I just sat down one day and wrote that song. And it, the best songs come out the fastest.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's like it just like a faucet, just
yeah,
flow.
It just flow. So the best songs are wrote, in, hour, 2 hours, just making sure that's tight. But, if it take days to get through something, it's usually not as hot.
You got to keep going back to it.
Yeah, so, and so, it was a song that came out real quick, and, Jinx had music that was perfect, and, it was a song that was so poignant, we had to shoot a video for it, so. It's a good track.
We talk about, I feel a lot of people use the word GOAT very loosely. You definitely, though, considered a GOAT, greatest of all time. What do you think other rappers need to be even considered a GOAT?
Wow, that's a good question. I think, longevity, influence, something you do have to shift the culture. And you got to keep building on it. It's not something that you can rest on.
Yeah.
It's something that you have to keep adding to and building on it. And to me, it just comes with years of work people like and dig. And then I guess you could be considered the GOAT. I want to kill the GOAT. I just just some goat curry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But because, it's no way for anybody should have the audacity to say that they're the greatest of all time. Because this world's going to go on a lot longer than us.
Mm-hmm.
And you never know who's going to come along and who's going to do what. So, might be the greatest of this time, but all time, stop it.
Cube, do you think that rap and hip hop right now has softened up on the political status of our country?
Yeah, I don't think, I love This Is America. You know what I mean? That song was dope, and I thought it was going to kind of kick in another wave.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there's other forces at play that make sure, rap that's really charged with those messages are downplayed. And what's really promoted is the escapism rap that, talk about fun stuff. You know what I mean? Like, or just getting high, or
it seemed like
drinking and smoking and driving and clubbing and fucking whatever.
When you guys dropped Fuck the Police, were there things that the public didn't see? Obviously, we knew about the FBI reaching out. Were there other things that happened to NWA that the public never saw of?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we would get, before like our Cincinnati show, me and Ren had to fly in and meet with the mayor, and, we had to just go through all kind of extras. Sweated in the airport. One day I was walking through the airport with the promoter, and some feds just came out of nowhere and put us up against the wall. The promoter was going crazy. Like, man, put y'all hands down. I'm like, shit.
No,
Put
we
my
from
hands
LA.
down. Yeah, hands is up,
Hell
man.
yeah.
And so it just.
Did you ever feel like, not that y'all needed it, but you weren't as protected Because you know how the police are the front line sometimes at the shows, or you're like, man, like they consider us the enemy right now.
Yeah, we felt like they weren't gonna do nothing to help anything. And after what happened in Detroit, we felt like, they would actually cause something to happen. But we was having fun, man.
Yeah.
It was like, we ain't locals no more. You know what I mean? At least we in Cincinnati.
We here.
We here. So we was having fun with it. We wasn't sweating it because we was like, they ain't the sheriffs. They ain't the LAPD. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got a chance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we felt like if we could deal with them,
Oh yeah.
we could deal with anything.
Hell yeah. Feds come to me, brother. I'm telling on everybody. Go ahead, honey. What was your question?
When you hear a record like "Fuck Donald Trump" by YG and Nipsey, did you kind of know that they were gonna get shut down from being played when you heard it?
Yeah, I mean, I knew that wasn't gonna get played.
Yeah.
But
We tried.
the thing is having the courage to do those records, and you get it off, it's off. Get it off, it's off.
That's never come up how much y'all said where it didn't stop you from getting a green light on a movie or a TV show, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I mean, what it stopped, I didn't see.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like
So obviously it didn't stop you too much.
The moral of the story is be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Don't be what you think they want you to be. Don't think what you think. Don't be what you think you need to be. Be yourself.
Cube, before I let you get out of here, bro, they just brought this to me. Thank you, Ani, for bringing this in to me. Listen to this, Cube. I watch Hip Hop Squares, and I love what you do, but I
Man, what
do
are y'all trying to
hate
do, man?
on that show sometimes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm like, man, T.I., what Michael Blackson doing on there? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just make me feel a little better.
I will make you feel better and make sure you're on that third season.
Okay.
Wow, it's there on that third season. That's your
And
voice,
Cube
right?
is here promoting.
That is not even Doc audio.
That was obviously doctored.
No, that was Doc
Wow.
audio.
You guys went
We have
and
video,
cut up
too.
y'all went and
Yeah, you
cut it
accusing
up
us?
like that.
Really?
Somebody trying not to get
How?
fired around
Come
here.
on
or
in here,
something?
Blaine.
That sounds like a flow.
What is
Like it doesn't
going
sound like
on
there's any
here?
edits in that.
Blaine.
What's
That's
going
clean.
on?
Blaine, this is our production guy, Blaine.
Tell him, Blaine.
I hate to tell you, Cube.
Man, you
That was
look-
not Doctor, bro.
Okay.
Right.
We
I
gonna
know
believe
you rapped about
Blaine.
him his whole life.
We're all gonna believe Blaine.
It was not Doctor. And honestly, that part fell after the clip you played earlier.
Wow.
Blaine has
So how do
on
we do
a
the Cube
beanie
voice?
in the summer. We already know the brain is fried. He went and cut that up so y'all wouldn't get fired.
Man.
You are running you are tyrant around here.
Wow.
They're gonna run around and edit things so they don't get fired
if I'm a
because you
tyrant,
pressed the wrong button.
You are a motherfucking liar, Q. Season 3 is done.
Did you
know
did
what
you
I'm
hear
saying?
him say he hate on the show?
Yeah.
Did you hear him say he hate on the show?
Oh, you know, listen.
Yeah,
It just
okay.
make me feel a little better.
I will make you feel better and make sure you're on that third season.
Wow. All right, Q.
Wow, he's a liar, big.
Nah.
Wow,
nobody lying.
Cube.
Q.
Yep.
I love you. I'm gonna have to end the interview, man.
He said third season,
Hey.
big.
And not
Yeah.
because of
Is
that. We've
this
been
the
on for
third
like 50
season?
minutes already. This is the.
This is the second season.
No,
man.
don't try to
Coming up. This is the second season. We only been on.
So the hope when
Yeah.
you tap.
This is season
Cute.
2B.
This is
what are
when
you
you-
talking about?
This is when you tap and start coming back down. Then season 1 and that is next
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
All right, well, season 4 then. Season 4, I'll be
Listen,
there.
read my lips.
Uh-huh.
You don't have to doctor this shit.
Blaine.
I will make sure BR get you on season 4.
There it is.
There we
First
go.
one,
There it
one.
is.
Now
I'll
it's
put it
We're
on
moving
BR.
on to big.
I'm gonna get you on season 4, man.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Ice Cube in the neighborhood. Don't forget, man. Hip Hop Squares minus Big Boy season 3 premieres August 13th with all those other motherfuckers on there. So make sure that y'all check it out. Cube, always great to have you in the neighborhood,
Yes.
man.
Much
Continue
love.
with the big 3, man, and continue
Yeah.
building that legacy, man. And we love you, and we hand you your roses and everything while you're here, brother. Thank you so
man.
much.
Appreciate you.
Ice Cube in the neighborhood. Big Boy's
Big
neighborhood.
boy.